Josh Flagg built a $50 million personal real estate portfolio, while most people are still arguing about whether to buy or rent. And yeah, that gap is probably not an accident. We're talking Beverly Hills estates, Miami Beach redevelopments, Hamptons expansions, and a calculated pivot into Palm Beach, all stacked by a guy who has closed over $3 billion in career sales as a broker. So how does someone who sells luxury homes for a living end up owning times this much of it? And what is the actual playbook hiding underneath the television cameras and the tailored suits? The short answer is he's not just selling the dream, he's buying it, renovating it, repositioning it, and selling times, that times version at a 30 to 60% markup, while the rest of us are watching him do it on Bravo. Let's start with the Beverly Hills purchase, because this one is almost absurdly on brand in 2022. Flagg bought a 7,000 square foot 1920s estate, sight unseen, for $8.4 million. Sight unseen. Most of us won't order a pizza without reading the reviews, and this man wired $8 million without walking through the front door. That property is now estimated at $11.5 million, which is roughly a $3 million gain on a home he never even visited before buying it. And that's times we talk about what happened with the De Cordova house. He picked up a 1965 Rex Lottery design mid-century gem in Trousdale Estates from singer Charlie Puth for $9 million, renovated the 4,800 square foot home extensively, and watched the value climb to approximately $14 million. Here's the part that doesn't get said out loud enough. Flagg is essentially running a private equity strategy disguised as a passion for architecture. He finds historically significant or architecturally rare properties, modernizes them without destroying their identity, and exits or holds at a premium that the market rewards, specifically times, because times the bones were interesting to begin with. The Miami Beach chapter follows the same logic, but with a twist. He partnered with his family's investment arm, Flagg Family Capital, to buy a Mediterranean-style property on North Bay Road for $4.25 million, then tore it down and rebuilt a modern 4,000 square foot villa from the ground up, which is now listed at $10 million. That's not appreciation, that's manufacturing value from a lot, and a vision, which is a completely different skill set than most retail real estate investors ever develop. And before you think this is all just Los Angeles nepotism and generational wealth doing the heavy lifting, understand that the Hamptons move in 2025 required reading a different market entirely. He paid $8.45 million for a 6,000 square foot gambrel-style home in East Hampton Village with dual kitchens and a pool house gym, now valued at $11 million, in a market where the buyers are a different species of wealthy than even Beverly Hills clientele. The strategy traveled because the discipline behind it is portable. Now here's where most people get this wrong. They watch someone like Flagg and assume the secret is access. Access to deals, access to capital, access to the right zip codes. But the deeper pattern is actually about times. Category selection, times. He is consistently buying properties with irreplaceable characteristics. Whether that's the era, the architect, the location, or the lot, that give the asset a ceiling far above what comparable generic inventory can achieve. The Palm Beach pivot is maybe the most telling move in the current portfolio reshuffle. He's going times, under contract times on a $9 million Palm Beach residence, while simultaneously moving away from Miami Beach, which means he's reading the market in real time and repositioning capital before the crowd confirms what he already suspects. That's not luck. That's a broker who has watched enough cycles to know which direction the money is flowing before the headlines catch up. Let's be honest about the risks here though, because this isn't a highlight reel without fine print. Carrying multiple high-value properties simultaneously means carrying significant debt service, renovation cost overruns, and the very real possibility that the ultra-luxury market softens faster than a redevelopment timeline allows. Flagg's commercial exposure through Flagg Family Capital, including ownership stakes in downtown Manhattan buildings, adds another layer of complexity that doesn't show up in the Instagram captions. The historical lesson from watching people operate at this level is almost embarrassingly simple. They don't buy what's popular. They buy What's times undervalued relative to its ceiling. And they have the patience and the liquidity to hold through the uncomfortable middle. Every one of these properties had a version of the story where the renovation ran long, the market wobbled, or the listing sat. And the difference between a good investor and a great one is that the great one sized their position so that discomfort doesn't become desperation. What's philosophically interesting about Flagg's portfolio, and this applies to anyone building wealth through real estate, is that the returns are not coming from being smarter than the market. They're coming from being more patient times than the market and more disciplined about what qualifies as a buy in the first place. $3 billion in career sales didn't teach him to chase it, taught him exactly what not to do. And that negative knowledge is worth more than most people's positive conviction. The misconception worth killing right now is that you need a $50 million portfolio and a television show to apply any of this. The principles of buying historically significant or architecturally distinct properties, renovating with restraint, and targeting buyers who pay a premium for story and scarcity work at almost every price point. The zip code changes, the logic doesn't. Discipline, position sizing, and consistency built Josh Flagg's portfolio. Not timing, not television, and not access alone. And those same three things are available to anyone willing to do the unsexy work of identifying the right asset before the market agrees with you. Whether the ultra-luxury market keeps running or pauses for breath, the investors who survive and thrive are the ones who bought with margin, renovated with purpose, and never needed any single deal to be the one. If you're ready to start building your own version of this, whether that's real estate investing, home contracting work, or connecting with the right lenders, we can help you get started. So check out our links in the description below.